Blessed be the name of the Lord. This is Pastor Michael from God is Enough Ministry. Happy Sunday to you once again. And may the joy of the Lord continue to be upon you. Today I would like to share the book of 2 Kings, chapter 1, verse 1 to 15. However, before we go into the word, do please join me on YouTube through Pastor Mike TV and also on Facebook. And do please subscribe. I also want to thank those who have subscribed. I really appreciate you following this program. May the joy of salvation never vacate your lives. The topic for today is the last man standing. The last man standing. Let us revisit the book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 1 to 13. There, at the Mount of Transfiguration, Jesus, Peter, James and John, and also Moses and Elijah, who later appeared on the mount, were together. And Peter said to Jesus Christ, "Lord, it is good for us to be here. If you don't mind, I can set up three shelters, one for you, Jesus Christ, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." Well, Peter made a great mistake of equating Jesus Christ with Moses and Elijah. The scripture says, while he yet spoke, a bright cloud enveloped them, and the voice of God spoke through the cloud that this is my beloved Son, whom I love. With him I am well pleased. So listen to him. With him I am well pleased. Listen to him. Let's underline the word well pleased. God was pleased with David. God was pleased with Moses. God was pleased with Elijah. And God was pleased with very many others in the scripture. But God was not well pleased with them. God was well pleased with Jesus Christ. And he says you should listen to him. In verse 6 of Matthew 17, the disciples were so afraid, or they trembled. But Jesus Christ touched them because they had already fell face down. Jesus touched them and said, "Get up. You don't have to be afraid." And when they looked up, they saw only Jesus standing. They saw no one else except Jesus Christ standing. Moses and Elijah had disappeared. Why would they disappear? Because Moses and Elijah were not caught, meaning they were not empowered for the work of salvation. They were not meant to do the work of salvation. The question is, it is given. Is it given only to one man, the work of salvation? Is it given only to one man? Yes, it is given only to the last man standing. Only to the last man standing. Moses stands for what? For law. Elijah stands for religion, or represent religion. Law and religion cannot save humanity. In the book of 2 Kings, chapter 1, verse 2 to 8, Ahaziah, the king of Samaria, had an in-house accident. He fell and injured himself. In the process, he became sick. So he sent message to the god of Ekron, named Beelzebub. He wants to know if his sickness will not lead to death. Beelzebub is the pagan god. Beelzebub is the pagan god. God was displeased with the king. Why? Because the scripture says, "Thou shalt serve no other God beside me." So God was displeased with King of Samaria. Well, God sent Elijah through his angel, that Elijah of Tishbite was to go and meet the messengers of the king of Samaria and ask them, why are they going to consult the pagan god? Therefore, he asked, is there no God in Israel that you would rather consult Beelzebub, the god of Ekron? Therefore, tell the king, you will certainly die. According to the messenger's description of Elijah, the king realized the man of God must be Elijah. The king sent the first centurion, meaning the captain of 50, to go and bring Elijah, if possible, to arrest him and bring him down. But Elijah was already sitting on the top of a hill. probably relaxing or waiting for another assignment. In verse 10, but merciless Elijah said to the captain of 50 men who came, if I am a man of God, may fire come down from heaven and consume you and your 50 men. And immediately fire fell from heaven and consumed them, and they all perished. In verse 11, the second centurion of 50 men were dispersed again to go and bring Elijah. But they too perished as the first centurion and his men, making a total of 102 men dead. Elijah was careless. Elijah was expecting more to destroy. Why? Because Elijah represents religion. At all times, religion is ready to destroy. Religion breeds no salvation. Religion breeds no salvation. In verse 13, the king sent the 3rd battalion, or rather, captain of 50 men. But the captain this time used God's wisdom to approach Elijah. He called him sincerely, man of God. His attitude showed humility and respect to Elijah and to God. He begged for mercy, and his attitude saved the lives of his men. Well, in this regard, God intervened. And the angel of the Lord told Elijah, go with them and do not be afraid. So Elijah went with them. Brethren, effective living begins with what? With right attitude. Towards who? Towards God. Let humility characterize your attitude towards God and towards others. Remember, law and religion kills. Law kills, religion kills, but Jesus Christ, the last man standing, saves. Jesus Christ, the last man standing, saves. He is the only Messiah that has the absolute power to do what? To save humanity. I'll repeat that again. He is the only, underline the word only, Messiah that has the absolute power to save humanity. Well, brethren, I will stop right here for now. Until next time that we shall meet again. But do please remember that God is absolutely enough for you at all times. And do please stay blessed.
Before you leave, here's what's new at God is Enough Ministry. We see that many of you have questions after viewing our videos. So here is your opportunity to ask your questions regarding any of our topics by sending an email to pastormiketv@gmail.com. Thank you! And as always, please remember to subscribe, like, and share this video with your family and friends. Thank you for watching. See you next week, Sunday.